Hi, my name is John, and if you're like me, you find yourself with a lot of new free time on your hands lately. So I'm going to try to do something a little bit different and creative with that newfound free time and make my first video, my first cocktail video. We'll see, it might be my last one, but I wanted to introduce you guys to a variant of a margarita. It's a great drink. The margarita on its own is actually a great drink, but this is a little bit of a variant. Introduces a couple of different flavor profiles and ingredients that makes it a little bit unique and different. We had a chance to road test this drink with some friends before a Dave Matthews Band concert at Alpine Valley, and it proved to be both delicious and highly potent, so consider yourself forewarned. It's a citrus-based drink because it involves lime, fresh lime. We're going to use a shaking tin. So you're going to use a shaking tin anytime you're making a cocktail that involves a citrus. So whether it's lime, lemon, orange juice, grapefruit, whatever it is, you need a shaking tin so you can create that agitation with the ice in the tin to not only cool the drink and create dilution, but you're also really creating that agitation needed with any kind of a citrus drink. So it's a little bit different than if you're going to make a drink like an old fashioned or a Negroni or a Manhattan, something that is a standard pure liquor based drink. You'd build that right in the glass or in a mixing jar. So because we're using fresh limes, we're going to use a lime press or a regular press. You can use your hands or any other sort of juicer if you need to, but the idea is just to use a fresh ingredient. And if you can get fresh limes, highly recommended. It makes a big difference compared to the bottle or the jarred lime juice. So that's a key element as well. We're also going to use a Hawthorne strainer. So this is a strainer we're going to put on top of the tin. So when we make the drink, we shake it up. We want to pour it in the glass. We're going to keep the ice inside of the tin and let the liquid go right into the glass. So let's get into building the drink. We're going to start by taking our fresh lime, putting in the press, and we're going to squeeze out 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice. So it's usually around a half of the lime, give or take. It's going to vary based on the lime size, and we'll put that into the glass. Then we're going to take simple syrup. They usually say start with the lesser expensive ingredients. That way if you screw the recipe up, you can throw it away. That's kind of relative to what you have on hand. So if we have one lime, that becomes a very expensive ingredient. But we're going to use 3/4 of an ounce of fresh simple syrup. And this is stuff I made. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. You can use Demerara syrup. We've used that as well. This is just a simple, basic simple syrup. So 3/4 of an ounce. And then we're going to take a triple sec. So this is Cointreau, which we've tried different variants. We like this one the best. There are other options that you can use. You can use something like a dry curacao, which is a great type of orange liqueur. You can use Grand Marnier if you have that. This is another variant, all kind of in the same general family of an orange liqueur. But we like the taste of the Cointreau. So we're going to put in 3/4 of an ounce of Cointreau. And now is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. So far those have been very standard margarita ingredients. Here's the first thing that's a little bit different. This is called Ancho Reyes. It's a chili ancho liqueur. It has kind of a unique taste. I haven't seen anything else like it, but it really gives it an incredible spice, different flavor profile. We're going to use 3/4 of an ounce of Ancho Reyes. And we're going to use the second unique ingredient. This is Mezcal. So if you haven't had Mezcal, I encourage you to try it. It's actually a great tasting spirit. It's very similar to tequila. It's a little bit different. So what they do when they make and distill Mezcal is they take the heart of the agave plant, they bury it in the ground, and they smoke it, actually usually for a couple of days. And they take it out of the ground and then distill that into Mezcal. And you can really taste that smoke infused in the drink. So it's really kind of a subset of a tequila, but it has a very nice, rich, smoky flavor. And this is something you can ratio mix a bit. So we go 1-to-1 with Mezcal and tequila. So we're going to put in 1 ounce of Mezcal. If you don't like the taste or smell of Mezcal, you can just skip it altogether, or you can dial the Mezcal back a little bit if you'd like. And then to round out that second ounce, we're going to put in a traditional tequila. We're going to use Herradura. I like this a lot. It's a great tequila. It's a reposado. You can use an añejo, like Don Julio, which I love. This is a great tequila in general, but it's also really great in a margarita. But I like the reposado with the Herradura. So we're going to use 1 ounce of Herradura. So now we have everything in the small tin. We're going to put some ice in the larger tin. And if you can, it's great to get the larger cubed ice. So this is store-bought ice. You can make your own ice if you'd like. If you can, try to avoid the ice that you'd find in your freezer, because that's going to be usually a little have air bubbles in it. It's going to have the smell of the freezer, and you're going to really notice that in your drink. So if you can, just try to get some store-bought ice or make it on your own, and you can get a really great mix that way. So we're going to pour everything together. Shake the drink. We'll use our Hawthorne strainer to put over the shaking tin, and you can put it in the large or the small tin. I'm not sure if it matters. And we're going to pour that. So now we have everything mixed together in the glass. The last step is, I think, an important one, but one that you can easily overlook. So when you have a margarita at a restaurant or a bar, typically it has a salt rim glass. A lot of people love to do that. I'm not a huge fan because I don't like the immediate taste of just pure salt, and honestly it doesn't last that long. But what you can do is kind of a variation is you take a pinch of coarse salt, so this is just kosher sea salt, and put this just on top of the drink. Just layer it in, and it will just sort of mix in with the glass itself and with the drink and give it that nice salinity that gives that nice bite that you like in any kind of a margarita. So now we're done. You can garnish if you'd like. I typically don't, but we'll try it and see what we think. So that is great. It has a great smokiness. It tastes like summer. It tastes like being outside watching a sunset at the lake, being at a concert, hanging out with friends. It's just a fantastic drink. So I encourage you to try it. Make it for your friends, make it for your family, see what you like. If you don't like the smoky taste of the mezcal, you can always, again, change the ratios between the mezcal and the tequila, and go a little bit more toward tequila, or remove mezcal entirely. And in that case, you still have a great traditional margarita with a little bit of spice of the Ancho Reyes. So again, hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. We'll see if we ever make a second one. So that's the drink. We don't really have a name for it. We've been calling it Ancho Mama's Margarita. It's not your mama's margarita. And it has Ancho Reyes in it. So that's the best we could do. Let me know if you have a different idea for a different name, or if you have a suggestion on how to make the drink better or different. This is all about sharing, so leave a comment, and let's share this drink with others, and let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, that's fine too. So I know these are crazy times, so I guess the last comment, just take care of each other, look after one another, let's be kind, and we'll get through this together. And in the meantime, enjoy your drink.